builders, parents, and collectors. On this episode of the Creation Evaluation Station, we are going to be evaluating this. It is the Bat-Space Shuttle from the Lego Batman movie. Didn't really take center stage in the movie, it was just kind of in the background, but this is a crazy looking set. It's got several suits for Batman in it as well, and three different characters. So before I get into it any further, just want to let new viewers know that I do in-depth reviews of models and construction kits, mostly Lego, but other products as well. I also do reviews and discussions of other creative works such as movies, video games, and animation. Because these are in-depth reviews, they can be on the long side, so make sure you are checking out the description for timestamps there, or the ones embedded right down here on the bottom of the screen and the red line. So you could jump around to your favorite part and also use them, or use them as bookmarks to come back to at another time. So, one thing I am concerned about this set is the bat symbol right there on the front of the shuttle, well, the cockpit of the shuttle. I really hope it's not a sticker, because that's a rounded piece. It can be hard to put on. Let's take a closer look at that box. Try to get the glare out. It's a very shiny box. Let's see the, not really characters, because some of them are just supposed to be suits for Batman. Here is the back, showing a more action-oriented pose as it blasts off. There's really not a lot going on with this set, except for the shuttle. It just got the base and stuff. I don't know what. Let's see what the actual shuttle does. So yeah, as for details, it is set number 70923, and it's for ages 8 to 14, or as in today's standards, 8 and up, and it has 643 pieces. And originally retailed for $79.99. It's no longer available and was released June of 2018. And this is also part of the second wave of the Batman movie sets. I don't know if we're going to get another movie. I think they were planning on one, but a lot of things have changed. We're going to be lucky if we even get another Lego movie. I've heard one's in the works, but who knows. Anyways, I'm really excited to put this together. I'm kind of curious about what all it does, and like I said, that I hope these aren't stickers on the front there. This is going to be kind of fun. So let's go open her up and see what's inside. Here we have the contents of the box, and we have a nice magazine-oriented instruction booklet. It's actually not too thick. They probably just needed the bigger pages. It's a bigger set. We got some stickers here inside the bag as well. Thankfully, I do not see a bat sign on any of them, so they're probably prints. Those look like computer screens and such. We have a bag 1, a bag 2, bag 3, bag 4, bag 5, and then we also have a no-numbered bag with a lot of large pieces in here. And there's not a lot of bags, but these are pretty full. What we do have, the contents of the no-numbered bag, and it's got some really large pieces. We got these large fuselage or canopy pieces, whatever you want to call them, a boat hull, some Technic parts, and here is the front of the bat shovel, and yes, it's got a print, thank goodness. We also have a really large plate over here as well. Here we have the contents of bag 1, and to start off with, here's our brick separator. And we've got a lot of parts here, both large and small. A bunch of different bolt hull pieces, some large Technic bricks, plenty of angles, both these shallower angles and the 90-degree angles. Well, I guess these aren't shallow, but yeah. A lot of different parts in here. We even have a black kayak piece. Batman and Catwoman are in here. We have a weird colored green piece, probably an internal part. Bunch of transparent yellow pieces. We got a lot of Technic pins of different variety, probably going along with the Technic beam that's here. Yeah, there's a lot here. That's why I couldn't put the no number bag in here with this. Down to bag 2 here, and we have a lot, well, it seems like a lot less parts, but there's still quite a few parts here. There's just a lot of smaller parts, not quite such large ones. We have a transparent radar dish here, and also the cockpit window here in yellow, which is definitely a different color for that. We have a bat suit here, a space suit, I believe. I see a lot of little stuff here. There's tons of studs, including a couple transparent yellow ones. We have a couple of transparent yellow 1x2 plates as well. But yeah, a lot of small dinky stuff. So still quite a few pieces, just not quite so many large ones. Here we have the contents of the bag 3, and we've got a lot of pieces in this one. Not quite say they're larger pieces, but they're good size. We got all these that are the same. We have all these round ones that are the same, the dark gray and the black ones. Got some Technic rods. You got this little corner piece for support beam. There we go. Some rocket engines, a couple plates here and there, some more round pieces. This is a very round bag. We've got these in trans orange, which look really cool. They're just used for rockets and like fire or something. Interesting. Bunch of Technic stuff in here as well, which we're probably going to need for building the rocket. So that's it. Here we have bag 4. We're almost done. We got one more after this. On this one we have a lot of plates, pretty much building the rails and background of the side builds, essentially. I think we have Robin here. Got a nice printed piece there with the caution stripe. Got a bunch of transparent pieces here, some transparent blue 1 tiles, and some transparent red dots. Get these dark nougat colors. Those are what they're going to be used for. I don't know. Just a good amount of pieces here, just not quite so weird large ones. Here we have the last bag, and I'd say last but not least, but maybe it is the least because it's got the least amount of parts of any of the other bags. But there are a lot of tiles. We have a bunch of 1x2 tiles and a bunch of 2x2 tiles. Transparent dots in yellow, or no, in red, excuse me. Transparent dots in red, transparent studs in yellow. We have transparent clear round bottom pieces and 2 transparent blue 1x2s. And we have the most unique part ever with the Bob Marley Batman suit. But this piece here that's got to be not dual molded, but triple molded, quadruple molded, I don't know. But it's even got a gold mask. This is a very, very interesting piece. It looked like a very expensive piece to make. And it's probably not going to be used ever again. I don't know, maybe they will, but that's a unique one. Here we have the leftover parts. Of course, we've got the brick separator. You probably have many of these if you've got enough sets. And here is the regular leftovers. Got quite a bit here, some cool stuff, including a whip piece. This is a bit weird that we have 2 transparent red dots. I feel like I missed something or something, but we have some other duplicates as well, including these yellow studs. And then, I missed that one. Got some other things like batarangs and the belts and stuff. Kind of cool. Then we have all these, which are ammo for the shuttle. There's plenty of leftovers of those. Some of them are intentional, and some of these are extra, like they tend to do. Yeah, that's it. So you would need a spacesuit for that. And looking on the back here, we got the different capes. Now these are definitely very different. The Batman here, the Space Bat suit has got a nice black soft cloth. The Firestarter has a little bit stiffer and thinner yellow cloth, although the same cutout. And then the Reggae Man here has very stiff and has a interesting different texture on it. It has the straight one, basically the Robin cape. There's very different materials, all three, which is very interesting, especially when you consider these are almost the same color, although this is slightly orangish yellow. That's definitely very yellow. So let's take off their capes. We've got their gear off here, so we can check a closer look at the prints. I mean, most of them we could see fairly well. It's pretty much the spacesuit that we couldn't. We see here with the spacesuit, it's pretty cool. It's got, you know, a much more mechanical look to the chest there, and even the knees there. Like he's got an actual suit on. I also want to point out, I didn't realize it before, but the Reggae Bat suit, Reggae Man back suit, whatever you want to call it. The arms are actually white instead of yellow, implying that is a mannequin, that it's on a mannequin. So if you do use it for Robin, you do have, oh, he's got white arms, but you know, it's not too big of a deal. Oh, I forgot to put his head back on. And yes, we have 3 right heads. Very, looks like a acne breakout. Anyways, looking on the backs here, since we actually can see them without their capes, we once again have more of that printing for the Batman. The spacesuit looks really nice. It's got, looks like, you know, some kind of oxygen or something mechanical going on there with tubes going into it. Robin, or Reggae Man, whatever, he's got dual molded feet, and he's got a very uneven belt. This whole figure is kind of disheveled. And the back of the Firestarter one's interesting. I mean, it's pretty much the muscle. It's a different color of the bat suit, basically, except for the kind of flaming bat symbol on the front, which is cool. Gotta admit that. I like that flaming bat symbol. But yeah, there's not too much we didn't already see without their capes off. All right, we've got everything assembled here, and we're gonna take a closer look at different things. First, we'll look at the base, so to speak. Interesting to note that back in the instructions show that this can be combined with the Bat Cave, which makes sense because this was part of the Bat Cave to make an even bigger one. Now, I don't have the Bat Cave, but that's always, you know, a cool thing when they have sets that work with one another. So, let's start here. Now, actually, before we do that, we'll just talk briefly. The rocket here is not actually attached. It is just sitting there in that little notch. So this is not a permanent fixture. It can easily come loose, you know, if you want it to blast off. You can do that. It's not actually attached. It's loose. It's its own thing. So getting just down to the base. Now, this little boat here, there's a bat canoe or gondola, whatever you want to call it. The bat gondola. I like that. The bat gondola. It's better than the bat canoe. It's got quite the propulsion unit on it, and got some posable wings on it, but it is, that one does have a nice little part where it attaches. It does rotate. It's on a thing. I don't know why they did that. It doesn't need to be. It's just sitting there. But that's cool because, you know, additional options. If I remember right, in the movie there was water like right here too, so it'd be easy to launch this into the water. There we have the actual section where you place the rocket. It's got some launch pads or walking spaces here, although it's really tight, so it's not like you can really put figures in there unless you move the rocket ship back a little bit. Some lights here illuminating the rocket. And then over here on the main area, got some spotlights here, and they can be rotated around to different angles. They can even be altered if you want. It's nice. Spotlights are nice, you know, you can do whatever you want with them. Well, especially when you got ones that are posable like that. I only had this work-based computer. This is where a good portion of stickers go, because there's supposed to be monitors here, and in all sorts of different computer type appearances. And this is where we have a little button here and stuff so that you can order which bat suit you want. Of course, in this case, we definitely want to go with the space suit, since we're going onto the space shuttle. But yeah, this is on a nice rail, so you can move it back and forth and select which costume Batman is going to use. And we have some of his gadgets sitting here, including some batarangs, his Gatling guns here, his grappling gun is there, and his grappling hook is there. It's not a Gatling gun, it's a grappling gun. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the base here. We got plenty of nice smooth area to walk around. It looks nice, you know. It's nothing spectacular, but has good function and play area, which is always important. I maybe wish there were some more studs along here. I know they wanted to make it look like a nice pattern, but some studs to stick feet onto would be nice. That's one reason why I have like Catwoman stuck up here. Is there's no place here to stick her feet. I mean, there's a couple areas here and there. So that is this. Now let's get down to the shuttle. The shuttle looks nice. I mean, this looks like a realistic shuttle, except it's kind of a silly bat shuttle. And that's part of the charm of all this. Is this looks like a really realistic shuttle, except for some bat fins here and the strange color scheme. Now this is all fuel and rocket here, and you can, it does come apart, but not easily, because it is attached by these not really ball joints. I mean, they are ball joints, and they go right in here. And you need to make sure that when you put this together that these are facing down when you assemble it. So, because if it goes the other side, you're going to have to tear this all apart, which I found out the hard way. And it's funny because I saw it was the instructions clearly indicate don't put it the other way. And I thought I didn't, but somehow it got flipped around when I was moving it or whatever, and I end up having to tear it all apart. It was not a good thing. So that's the main shuttle. We'll take a closer look here at the rocket and fuel sections. Very nice. We got some lovely fluorescent orange parts down here to look like flames taking off. And yeah, like I said, that's where it attaches there. This is very hollow and has a tendency to come off somewhat easy. Make sure it's lined up right, but if you carry it from this is gonna loosen up and it may pop off, and leaving you, if that's all you're holding it by, it'll drop off and make a big mess. But that's that. There's not much to that. It's just big cylinders and big rockets and things. And we'll start here with the underside. There's not too much to see here. Those connection points are inside there, which is very important. Other than that, it's not looking too bad from underneath. As I said, it looks very much like a regular shuttle, except for maybe the bat fins here on the side. And we also have stud shooters, 2 on each side, so you've got multiple shots. Then you have these other little lasers or whatever these turrets are here. Got little posable winglets there. These don't pose, even though they are on a joint, but that's just the design to get it to a certain angle. From the back, you got nice propulsion areas here, both sides, including nice orange piece in there. And then in here, to take the cockpit off, the easiest way, because this is stuck on with studs, is actually right here where this is actually a single stud piece in there. So it's easy to put your fingernail in there and just pop it off. Oops, I popped off the stud as well. Well, it's not a stud, excuse me. It's a dot. But yeah, it's attached by these 2 points here, and I think there as well. So it's actually on pretty good. And that is what the cockpit looks like. This does not hinge open or anything like you would get with like a space set or something. And Batman sits in here. This is only a single seater, but he sits in there like that, and he's ready for flight. There's 2 toggles here, which can move up towards his hand, or you can get them in your hand if you move them around enough. There's console here. There's no sticker on. I don't remember if there actually was a sticker on that part. Anyways, besides, it's a textured area, and usually you don't put stickers on textured areas. Well, that's the cockpit, but we got another compartment back here. The back opens up, revealing the Bat Moon Buggy with raisable antenna. But yeah, you got this little moon buggy that folds up in the back. So technically, you get 3 vehicles with this. You get the shuttle, you get the little gondola, and then you get the little shuttle, or the little moon rover buggy thing. Which you can see, just put a character in here, and he's ready to drive off on a moon adventure, except he doesn't have a spacesuit on. Oh no! But yeah, it's a cute little buggy. You get, it's a, you know, a 3rd vehicle that you get with this, which is really nice. You know, when I first looked at the set, you see the giant space shuttle, and that really attracts your eye, but that's all you really think is here. But you actually get a bunch more. You get this inside, and then there's this here, which you may not even notice this because you're paying attention to the big shuttle, and not even realize it's a boat, just part of the scenery. It's too bad this was not a important part of the movie. It was actually kind of just in the background, but it is so awesome. Maybe they were going to do something more with it in the second movie, which we never find out, because I don't think there's going to be one. But yeah, there's a lot with this set. Got the rockets, you got the actual shuttle, you got a boat, you got a little car, and this lovely display area for the Bat Cave, which can be an extension to the other Bat Cave set. So this is really nice, and we'll talk more about that, the final eval.
Hello, and welcome to the Bat Cave.
Yes, we're back here to give this final eval, but first my final thoughts. Overall, this was a really just a fun set. I mean, you knew it was going to be fun when you saw the box, because it's a Bat shuttle. What more is there to say? But there's a lot more that you don't see on the box, and I think that adds to the set, of course. And yeah, this was a really good set. Now, well, we'll talk more about that when we get to the final eval, which will start now. As far as appearance goes, it got a 10. Easy. Bat shuttle looks amazing. It looks like it could be a real shuttle, only tricked out to be Batman's. I don't know if, like, I've never put any of the other Lego shuttles together, but I would say this looks, from what I've seen of pictures, similar to that, but I could be wrong. I don't know if any of you guys have any of the Lego shuttles. Please let me know down below. And then the figures are amazing looking, and these extra armors are really cool. All very different. And then you have other vehicles in here. It's not just the Bat Shuttle. You got this little gondola here, the Bat Gondola. And then there is also a little moon buggy inside the shuttle. So, the Bat Moon Buggy. Or something like that, I guess you'd call it. And, yeah. Appearance looks nice. I mean, the whole... There's nothing super amazing looking about this build here down on the base or the launch pad and stuff like that, but it's practical and works. Nice build here for the spotlight and stuff like that. So yeah, amazing looking. Now, as far as function, overall everything functions the way it's supposed to. There's nothing too much super surprising about this, so I ended up giving function a 9. This is nothing really amazing. I mean, the doors open on the shuttle, but you expect that to happen. The little moon rover opens up, or its antenna folds up, and you got some moving lights and here, and the gondola rotates, which I guess that's unexpected, but it's just a turntable piece in there. This is nice, but not anything super amazing. It's not like this thing transforms or anything. So, you know, a mid-grade of a 9's just fine. Now, as far as fun, it was fun to build. Just seeing it come together, you know, it brings a smile to your face kind of building this thing. Let's say it's not an amazing build, which we'll talk more about in technique, but it's Batman. Now, narratively, this is a little bit, you don't have a lot of good guys and bad guys here. I mean, Catwoman is, I guess, essentially the bad guy in this set, although there's been times Batman has teamed up with Catwoman, as anybody who's familiar with the different versions of Batman. But, you know, she could be sneaking into his Batcave here and doing whatever. And then we have Dick here, not in his Robin outfit, in his normal everyday outfit. But we can switch him with this costume here and make him look like Robin. So you kind of have 2 good guys and 1 bad guy, which the figure-wise is balanced. But then you got to figure you got 3 Batman vehicles and stuff like that. So, that's just the narrative aspect of it. Overall, you're gonna have fun playing with this. You got a zoomable, very zoomable shuttle. The shuttle detaches from the main thing, and that's really sweet looking just by itself, whether you like it with or without the rockets on it. Can sort of emulate the takeoff with the rockets falling off. Unfortunately, I would say unfortunately, but it doesn't come off easy. So it's not like you gotta kind of yank it, pull it off hard. But yes, you can emulate us actual, shuttle launch with the fuel pods and stuff coming off, and the additional rockets. So yeah, I gave fun a 9. Now, as far as techniques, nothing really amazing. Nothing stands out here. I mean, we've used the rail pieces to make this move. Nothing there. This is a nice little build for, light. It's got some simple joints in there. Works well, but doesn't really have anything fancy. The shuttle itself, not too much. There's a little bit of just some, hinges in here to get these little bat wings at a certain angle, but nothing too fancy there either. So it is a pretty basic build. I mean, you may not be familiar in how to use the shuttle pieces, which they use a lot of Technic rods and other things to stabilize this and just simply put blocks on top of blocks. But there's nothing amazing here. And I gave that a 9 also. Nothing bad, but nothing outstanding either. That, if you add that all up, you get 37, and you divide that by 4, you get a 9.25, which we will then round up to a 9.5, and that'll be our final evaluation score. Now, as far as price goes on this thing, let's see. Did the math, I just don't remember what the original price was. $79.99 and has 645 pieces. And you end up with 12 cents per piece. You're like, oh no, that's way above 10 cents standard. But hold on, before you freak out. There's a lot of plastic here. There are a lot of large pieces, and there's even a few very large pieces. Those are going to cost more. Dude, this gray piece up here, which is actually 2 pieces together, very large piece. And you also got a printed large piece here with the front of the plane. There's all the little, like, boat, I call them boat, hull pieces on the underside. Then you have all the cones and stuff that go here, not cones, cylinders that go into building this. A lot of large pieces, and that is where your money's coming from. To be exactly a good price, it would just need to be around $65. So you take $10-15 off, and you would have your standard price, but Lego would be getting chipped out of all this expensive plastic. That, and you had the expensive headpiece here. That must have been interesting to make. So the price really isn't as bad as it seems. And $70 or almost $80 for this. It doesn't seem too bad. Maybe there doesn't seem to be like too much here, but this is a very large build here with the shuttle, so it feels not too bad. Maybe $5-10 off would feel a little bit better to some people, but I think this was at least originally a good deal. Like now, on the secondhand market, it's more like twice, around $140, $150. I think I saw it for. So yeah. But overall, I enjoyed this set, and let me know what you guys think down in the description. And if you have any questions, put them down there too, of course. And if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, and also if you're new here and want to see more, subscribe and hit the notification bell. But also check out my description down below. I have links to Facebook and Twitter. You can follow me out there, and you'll get notifications faster than YouTube does. Usually they've been a little better, sometimes they're not. And there's also a Patreon if you want to help the channel grow more directly. And anything you do, I greatly appreciate. So that's it for me here at the Creation Evaluation Station, reminding you that creativity is key.